Good day, everyone, and thank you very much for taking the time to hear about this interesting and at times very intriguing topic we all hear so much about. Digital transformation is something we see as an opportunity to help you create further competitive business advantage, particularly in today's data-driven and rapidly evolving marketplace. Okay, so digital transformation, what really is it, and why can it be a good thing? And we'll get into some of that in a moment. So first of all, why are we offering this introductory session around digital transformation? Well, it's quite simple. We want to help share, educate, and for you to understand the value and transformative potential of going through and leveraging such a program. We want to offer some insights and examples of how it can help you and your operations. And most importantly, we want to inspire you to explore further in your business operations and take advantage of the opportunities that digital transformation may present in your business. And again, we'll talk a bit more about that as we go through. Okay, just a quick summary. Firstly, my name's Aston Bell. I'm the Technology Solutions Manager at Triple I. And Triple I, who are we? We're 38 years strong, established in 1986. We have over 90 staff across our business. We're what you would call a truly integrated engineering services company and its systems integrator, comprising of engineering and technology, electrical and construct, mechanical and construct, and asset service and support. We've also been working closely with the likes of our partners at Optrix with their ARTI technology software platform for several years and helping develop and deliver that capability that has seen us deploy ARTI and some other solutions to well-known customers now on 3 different continents to help transform parts of their operation. Okay, the why and the what, and I'm sure you're scratching your head at times because the reality is we don't know what we don't know. And I guess if you look at this, what is digital transformation anyway? Why now? Is digital transformation another buzzword? Are we doing digital transformation already? What else can we do with digital transformation? How and where do we begin in making use of digital transformation and making it happen? And we'll talk some more about that. So I'm sure those questions often come to your mind. So first of all, this digital transformation means many things to different people, and I'm sure you'll have all your own thoughts and perceptions as well. It's been really interesting to speak to people around this topic when it's raised, and naturally there's some apprehension, concern, or even lack of understanding. But there is some excitement too, particularly when you look at technologies and available to you today into operations. Some people believe digital transformation will and can solve all their problems just by throwing a piece of technology at your operations or at issues, but that's not the case. It takes some work. So let's briefly understand the true definition and the importance of digital transformation. And quite simply, it's about the integration of digital technology into all areas of your business and operations and processes, and fundamentally changing how you operate and deliver value to your business and, more importantly, to your customers. Obviously, it's also a cultural shift that requires organizations to continually challenge the status quo and experiment and be comfortable with failure sometimes. But more importantly, also empower your people to be part of this process. The importance of digital transformation in today's business landscape can't be underestimated. A business may take on technologies for several reasons, but by far the most likely reason is that it's also a case of a survival issue or sustainability issue. On reflection, in the wake of the recent pandemic that we've had, and particularly, and organisations have the ability to adapt quickly and to supply chain disruptions, time to market pressures, and rapidly changing expectations from their customers. So this is an opportunity to really embrace and leverage and improve what you do, how you do it, and why you do it. So our call to action is we want to share this knowledge, help turn your curiosity into an interest into action, and start to embark on some journeys in your business. And look towards enhanced efficiency, innovation, transformation in areas of your business. And what we're going to present today is just a guide, an understanding of how to go about some of that. We also want to help break down some of those barriers between the lack of understanding and where the value of digital transformation actually exists and what it can provide your company. So the need for change, I guess, why digital transformation? I guess companies need to understand that the real test for them will be how they adopt to life and business now and into the future. Sometimes I use the phrase, and now next to new, and the ball's in your court to really embrace and act. Of course, there's going to be market demands and ever-evolving expectation of your customers, and you need to embrace those and understand where you can maximize that value. There's also some competitive pressures and industry disruptions, as we've already touched on. In terms of unlocking opportunities, they exist plentiful in your operations. There's no question about that. It's identifying those. And is it things such as increasing efficiency and productivity, enhancing the customer experiences, having access to new markets and potential revenue streams? So the ball's in your court to help as a team, to help identify, embrace and act essentially, and prioritize what some of those improvements might look like and where technology can be applied or adopted in order to accelerate the delivery of the benefits. So I guess some of the key elements to consider, some examples of digital transformation trends, first of all, that business and technology leaders should be aware of. Focus on resiliency, sustainability and repeatability in your business. It's really important that to not make the complicated complicated. There's obviously an emphasis on technology adoption, and it could mean things like AI, cloud, IoT to enable innovation. You might want to consider AI-driven automation in business process optimization. Increased attention to managing your data for its entire life cycle. In fact, validating your data as well and ensuring everyone across your business is getting value from your data and a true perspective of what's going on in your operation. There's also things like system security and as a business imperative and not an afterthought, and we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. The increased use of maturing machine learning technologies, really important to also embrace. There's also things like regulatory challenges and changes that facilitate shift in industry dynamics, and they may be the enabling levers to help you determine where to focus in terms of your priorities for some transformation projects. And of course, there's the typical cultural shift and talent development. You need to continue providing value to your staff and continuing to enhance their knowledge and skills by training them and making them even more capable. Okay, so how do we craft a plan? Organisations that have worked so hard to adapt and succeed, particularly over the last 5-6 years, and their gain should not be lost, of course, but it's an ongoing, evolving process. Indeed, you need to make sure that you have the resources, build upon those experiences, and truly succeed in transformation. Ultimately, that's why you're doing it. So this means having and selecting the right technology, having the skills, working with partners, and of course, making the investment that will help drive innovation in your business to new heights. What's really important as part of that process is understanding your current state, identifying goals, aligning the business objectives, and ensuring there's stakeholder engagement and buy-in at all levels. Management will be your champions. The people on the shop floor will be the people that make it most effective. So I guess crafting a plan. If these are not clear for you or yet to be defined, we'd be delighted to embark on a bit of a discovery workshop to help you objectively unpack and prioritize those with you. So, I mean, what are your business imperatives and strategic objectives is the question. Are they things like to produce more at a lower cost, be more process aware and efficient, have better real-time operations shop floor visibility, develop new value-add products and services that you can offer your customers, develop enhanced physical and technical capabilities of your staff to help overcome any potential knowledge gaps that get identified. It may be to develop new revenue streams in your business and commercial models that helps you create a far more sustainable business going forward. So just some things to think about. I guess one of those things is to understand what they look like, some of the strategic imperatives. And here's an example to share with you on the screen is looking at understanding your keys, and it might be your top 3, 4, 5, or in this case, 6 strategic imperatives on the left-hand side of the screen. And then understanding what some of those technology enablers may look like in order to be able to help the business deliver those imperatives. And they're just some examples of the things you can do. And of course, where you start to prioritize these is where the intersects benefit you most. Where you're going to get most value with less effort, versus least value with most effort. So some key components to building your footprint, I guess your blueprint, is defining scope and some timelines. And that scope might be just a simple piece of work rather than a complicated, long drawn out process or a piece of work. So again, it's going to be determined by availability, capability, needs, challenges, and outcomes. Of course, you need to allocate the resources and some budgets and talent and look at technology that's going to help you deliver that as well. And establish some metrics for success. Really important to understand your current state, future state, and look at what you want to derive from that exercise of transformation. In terms of the execution phase, there's a couple of ways you can go about this. And again, we can help unpack this with you. It could be a pilot or a proof of value project, such as an experimentation. And that way you can take a small scope and implement something and deliver an outcome and share that with the business in terms of getting greater buy-in or investment, or replicating it from site to site and then coming back and taking another piece of project again. Making sure you have sort of agile process and methodologies for iterative improvements, because better never stops, I guess, as far as continuous improvement is concerned. So be mindful of that too, that whatever you deliver can always continue to be adapted and improved. And of course, managing the change management and the communications to your people and to the business about what's happening, why it's happening, or when it's happened, sharing some of that success with them and allow them to really invest themselves as well. So here's some examples of, I guess, a transformation roadmap. On the vertical axis, we talk about your digital maturity, and on the horizontal axis, it's the operational change management. What you can see on the screen, there's 5 key streams here. So we want to go from old static processes, and we still have paper reports, etc. And of course, the goal is to be a really enabled operation, and that's fully integrated, have some automation in place, and of course, working with very trusted information. So we could look at streams across a business. In this example, we're looking at manufacturing performance, scheduling and production visibility, quality, asset performance and OEE, and asset condition and maintenance. And again, you simply select a small scope of work. It could be working across some of these streams where they're integrated, or through a stream in order to mature the way you've deployed and embraced technology and what it can do. And of course, change what you do as far as behaviors and processes with the people that are going to be impacted in the roles that they perform for you. So navigating roadblocks is always a challenge. I guess there's a few really interesting ones, and I'm sure that you've come across these already. You've got old systems and infrastructure that really hasn't been upgraded, and you may be thinking, well, will it sustain, further technology implementation? Is it effective enough for us? And again, get your technology specialists or your IT people involved to review that. Overcoming some resistance to change from people and staff is to be expected. What's really important is to make them feel part of this process and really empower them, because they're the people day to day who are going to come up and identify the opportunities of where you can improve or where some technology may enhance how you do it and how you deliver products and services. And of course, in today's world, there's those cybersecurity concerns. Our advice would be ensure that this is a priority in your business. Work with experts in this area to ensure that you have good strategy and good processes in place to protect and secure business as well. So, of course, you want to track progress. Ensure you're making progress is really important, and to be able to demonstrate progress to the business and to the people involved, because that's where you're going to get more buy-in and excitement and new ideas come along. It's also about being open to new suggestions and ideas from the floor that may have been identified, and consider those as part of the process, and again, prioritize where they may fit in based on the value that it may deliver to the business as well. I guess, as with all digital transformation and operational improvement initiatives, better never stop. So whether it's operations, production, service delivery, maintenance, monitoring, support, production, processes, contracts, deliveries to your customer, it's all about understanding the now, where you are at now, the next, where can you improve and add more value to your operations and your clients, and what's new. So planning beyond the horizon. And it's really important that you think about what that looks like going forward. And again, it's developing that maturity path for you and your business. So getting started, they're taking the first steps. I think one of the key important steps here is ensuring leadership commitment and sponsorship. You want your management team to be real sponsors and advocates of your digital transformation programs, and ensuring that with their help, the business really embraces and gets involved, because ultimately it helps them. It helps everyone in the food chain, from the people on the shop floor right up to the CEO, in terms of what's happening in your business and how more effective and sustainable your business can become. It's also really important to forming those cross-functional teams, because sometimes we get our teams and departments don't often talk to each other, but what they do upstream has an impact upstream and downstream. So really important to get a good cross-section of functional team members as part of these processes. And of course, identifying and prioritizing needs and opportunities. Again, once they're identified, have some workshops and together flesh those out and start to prioritize what you might like to tackle first versus a little bit later. And of course, you want to continue investing in the training and skills development of your people. So look, that's a quick summary. In closing, we hope this sort of brief introduction and these slides have provided you with a little bit more of an overview of digital transformation, its importance, how to develop a bit of a plan, and how to kickstart such projects. If you'd like to get in touch with us and discuss further, or set up a discovery workshop, we'd love to help. So help you get started, and do not hesitate to reach out. My details are on the screen, and I'd love to hear from you, and really hope you find this short video really worthwhile and helpful to your digital transformation projects and journey. Thank you.